Welcome to a brand new Five Heart podcast live on the Coronation YouTube, Facebook, and X platforms on a Thursday night, 9 o'clock Central God's favorite time zone. We are your hosts, Greg Mahochko here, Minnie Hunt there. Good evening, Minnie. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, yay. It is Thursday. Why are you laughing? I'm happy
You must be exhausted.
Why?
You have been all over college football YouTube this week.
Yes.
Tell everybody where you've been doing guest shots.
Oh, gosh. Let's see. Well, I do a show on Sunday. So do you. On The Voice of College Football, yours is here. And you did yours with Nate McHugh.
I did do mine with Nate McHugh.
Which is funny. I have to tell you what he said in Slack about the meetup tomorrow night. Did you see that?
I did not.
He asked if he could bring his kids.
Oh, to a bar.
Yeah.
Prime time. I mean, hey, that's fine. He's got like 6 kids.
So, okay. And then on Monday night was Monday Night Therapy, but I also did a little guest appearance on The Voice of College Football for Michigan, as well as TJ was a guest for Fred and I. And then on Tuesday, I did Corn Crazed with Connor Hayden, my bud. And I actually went to his apartment here. We did it in person, which is kind of cool, like sitting next to each other. He still overtalked me. Love you, Connor. But, and then on Wednesday, I was with Sam, college football with Sam. And that was kind of different. I wasn't expecting that because it was kind of like a round table discussion, but it was actually kind of more like a debate. And I knew Sam was a Michigan fan going into this, but I thought he kind of was more fair. And turns out he wasn't.
Oh, boo.
Yeah. So, and now today here with you all. Yay. So, that's why I'm happy.
All over the interwebs, as they say. Welcome back home, so to speak, right? And excited to be with all of you once again on a Thursday night for the Five Heart podcast. And we'll just say it now, a little later, some Five Heart theater that we think you'll really enjoy. So make sure you stick around for that. But Minnie, we talked about it briefly on Saturday. And that was, in our quick little post-game immediate reaction, Nebraska versus Houston Christian, 59-7. The Huskers picked up the win in that one. And, the starters sat after halftime, and I watched that roundtable on college football with Sam. And, one of the stat nerds was using all these
nerds
metrics. And, Nebraska is giving up 45 or, X amount of yards per carry. And they gave up a 45-yarder to Houston Christian. Like, yeah, our third string did. And I know that you pointed that out. It's like, a lot of these stats are skewed because we didn't keep our starters in the whole game. I'm sure we could have held them to 2 yards per carry if the ones would have been in there the whole time. But you got to get the 2s and 3s some reps. Let's go back to last Saturday and talk just a little bit about that game.
Greg, can I just say, I'm so glad you started out that way. This is what I've been seeing all week. Exactly what you said. The stats are skewed. People don't realize Nebraska is not playing to get the best stats. We're playing to win.
Yeah.
And we're playing, like Melissa, I think a couple other people pointed out, we put in 108 players in one of the games.
I think that was Akron, maybe?
I think so, yeah. So I love that they're going off of what the stats say. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Who, me go ahead?
No, I was telling them to go ahead. Go ahead and go off the stats.
And I didn't watch Michigan's games. They had a season 1 loss against Oklahoma in Norman. They beat New Mexico. They beat Central Michigan. I don't know. I didn't watch those games. I don't know if at any point they sat Bryce Underwood. I would imagine Nebraska was never in a position last year when Dylan was a freshman to like, all right, we are so far out. Let's rest him. There's a chance that Bryce Underwood played every minute of those games. Again, I don't know. I didn't.
You're right.
I don't care.
Well, I'm just telling you, you're right.
Oh, did Bryce play all of those games?
Yes, I watched every game. Look who's here. Now, guys, be nice because he's a Michigan fan. And
yeah,
we like every team here.
Now, I mean, here's the thing. He says, I love you, Minnie, but y'all played at high school. It'll be settled on Saturday. You played directional state. I'm sorry. I don't have any I don't have any more respect for Michigan because you played Central Michigan than because we played Houston Christian. And Minnie, I think you did a great job on the College Football Sam of explaining why we played Houston Christian, because we do satellite camp down there. Houston is part of Texas, of course, which is a recruiting hotbed. Why wouldn't we help amplify our presence in that state to bring players up? I'm not. Who cares? It's not that we played a quote unquote high school team, which is ridiculous. It's the fact that we took care of business. We won 59-7. And I appreciate what Matt Rule said when, after the Akron game. It's like, I don't care about the score. I care about the film. Again, we could have kept Dylan, Emmett, Dane, Isaiah. We could have kept all those guys in for the whole game and won 130-0, and somebody still be bitching because we played Houston Christian. Who gives a shit? I'll tell you what I'm excited about. We didn't lose to Houston Christian. We didn't barely beat Houston Christian like we would have in years past. We took care of Houston Christian.
Let's forget about business. We took care of business methodically.
Yeah, we did everything we were supposed to do against Houston Christian.
I'm celebrating. I don't even care.
So I'm about to start drinking comments like that.
Fine and dandy.
That is out of pocket, Les.
What? What is?
This comment about playing a high school team.
Okay. Well, essentially they kind of are. But nonetheless, we still took care of business.
Yeah. And you know what? We didn't put up the stats that we put up against Akron, but again, our starters did not come out onto the field after halftime. So
I love that you just saw so many guys rotating in and out. In the press conference today, I'm trying to remember his name because I met him at Big Ten Media Days. No shameless plug there. But he asked if, we're trying to save Emmett by not playing him for 3 quarters in the last 3 games. So, yeah, that was part of the reason he didn't play some of those quarters.
Did he get 200 yards last week? I feel like he did.
I don't know. I don't think so. I forget. It's been a long week.
I mean, at the end of the day, again, we beat a team we were supposed to beat in the manner in which we were supposed to beat them. That's no worse of a win than beating Central Michigan. I'm sorry.
Will you sing this little ditty?
Fred Sacco says, did we take care of business? Every day, taking care of business. That's all I got.
Thank you. Uh-oh.
I don't know, Minnie, if you know what that sound means.
Speaking of songs.
I got to find it. What's Greg drinking today? What's Greg drinking today? Whoa.
How did you do that? Whoa, 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 so perfectly.
One take Mahachko.
Auto-tune.
No auto-tune. Let's see. So this is a hazy pale ale from Narrow Gauge Brewing Company. 6% alcohol by volume for this pint. Trying to find out where it is actually brewed and canned. Doesn't say. Oh, Florissant, Missouri. There you go. It does say. North St. Louis, North City. That's right. It was one take.
One take Mahachko.
It's good beer.
Okay.
EFOTS Josh Hansen says because he's a trained professional, obviously.
All right. What the heck is that? What kind of beer is it again?
It's a hazy pale ale. It's called from Narrow Gauge Brewing Company, Florissant, Missouri. I don't know. It's a double dry hopped. It's called Sparkle Motion. I don't know if that's not why I bought it, obviously. Just a big old barrel of hops.
Oh. So that's a boring thing to put. Well, why not just put one word, beer?
Beer? Like garage beer like the Kelsey brothers are out there hawking?
I have no idea.
I mean, I've got others that we'll get into, more decorative cans. So we got
that's
Foggy
pretty.
Geezer a little bit later. And 805 Firestone Walker Brewing Company, 805. So, yeah, I came locked and loaded tonight, Minnie.
You went with the color theme, too, I'm noticing.
I just honestly I wasn't paying attention. I just pulled some out of the fridge, the beer fridge. So,
well, you should have went with red if you're going to go with the color scheme. You should know that.
Black shirts.
Okay, fair enough.
So I don't know. I don't know how much time we want to spend talking about Houston Christian.
Houston Christian. I don't think that we should spend much more time.
Okay.
Hopefully they'll never want to come, as Matt Rule says, hopefully we showed them the business and they'll never want to play us ever again. I know they had some injuries.
Yeah. Did I see where Bonner was talking at a press conference this week, or am I getting my players confused?
No. I don't believe so. No.
There was somebody who was talking about being injured, and then they were like, well, you can put in a cast after surgery, you can put in a cast without a surgery. He's like, well, I was out practicing the next day, so I don't know who they're talking about. So.
Okay. Well, we do know that Mekhi Nelson is good to go, and so is Mosey and Kwentin Ives.
Everybody's good to go?
Everybody's good to go, running back wise.
Cam Lenhart. Gargamel says it was Cam Lenhart.
What?
Who, I guess, had an injury, but is able to play still.
What did he injure? I didn't know that.
Practiced the day after his surgery and the day after.
Oh, okay.
The day of his surgery, rather, and the day after. So.
Well, must not have been a bad injury. What did he have in? What did he have operated on?
Honest to gosh, I caught a clip. There was no caption with the clip. It was like, yeah, I was out there the day after. He's like, I just want to be out there.
Don't.
So,
Roger Moore.
Now, it's possible that, I don't know if you know this, but there are legitimate injuries. Husker Chuck says there's a minor skin thing. Melissa says thumb. So.
Okay.
All right. Cam Lenhart back out there. So we'll see.
Good job, Cam. He is one of my favorites on the defensive line. Always has been.
Totally. So what else did we learn in the week, Minnie?
Okay. What did we learn? I mean, we're dialed in. I can tell you that. But Matt Rule keeps saying, it doesn't matter who the opponent is, we're going to play to the standard. It matters. I don't care what he says. Don't you think it matters?
Who we play?
Yeah.
I think for the first time, maybe in a long time, the talent is there that if Nebraska plays like Nebraska is capable of playing, then who is lining up across from them shouldn't matter. just my interpretation of, and I don't disagree necessarily with it. It's, for many people not in college football, oftentimes their biggest adversary is the 3 inches between their ears, your forage. I don't know how with the brain or heads or whatever. If they can get out of their own head and just realize that they have the skills to compete with anybody on their schedule, the talent is there. It shouldn't matter if they're lining up in royal blue and orange, like the Huskies of Houston Christian.
Thank you, Les.
In the maize and blue of Michigan. So.
Okay. Yep. Well, I just kind of feel like we got to, I feel like, okay, they've probably been scheming to play this game. Do you know what I mean? I feel like there have been some plays that they've created specifically for this game. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like this is a game that they have definitely been like, okay, we're saving some things for that.
I don't know. Like I said this last weekend after Houston Christian, I really wish that we would have let up and like played Cincinnati last week so that we could, we had arguably our toughest game against Cincinnati in week 1 where we really didn't know what we were all about. And then we had we were afforded the ability to rest our guys the last 2 weeks without, still seeing anybody play a full game on either side of the ball. So I don't, are we holding back? Have we been, I just don't know if they've been like, all right, I don't know if the coaches and the players have circled September 20th on the calendar as much as the fans have. I think that they really do have to adopt a one game at a time mindset. And, that's just my personal
I agree. No, I agree. You can't get ahead. I've heard this saying so many times. I don't know what it has to do with football, but so many people this week have said, I don't want to get in over my skis, get ahead of my skis, whatever. I'm like, have they skied?
Well, that's what happened when I fell at soccer a few weeks ago. Is I got a little too far over my skis.
You said that too. Have you skied?
Never.
Okay.
I feel like me and mountains don't mix, and me and water skiing, unless you want to see what it looks like for a whale to water ski. I don't know. It might be entertaining to some, but I just can't.
Well, the steeper the mountain, okay?
The faster you go.
No, the more you want to lean forward, because your tendency is to lean back. You don't want to do that.
Okay. I don't plan on skiing anytime soon. I think it would just be...
Well, it just doesn't even make very much sense. Okay.
But if you get too far out over your skis, don't you fall forward?
Yeah, but when that saying came along, that's when people were skiing on super long skis. So it's literally impossible to get over your skis.
How long are super long skis compared to like regular skis? I don't know.
Oh, they've shortened up over the years. They found that it's easier to ski on a shorter ski.
I couldn't tell the last time I watched the Winter Olympics or the X Games. It's not that interesting to me.
Well, yeah, and those are like professional skiers that might ski on long skis.
Yeah. Ski jumping, I think, has really long skis. I think. The Walt Disney classic short starring Goofy, How to Ski, he has exceptionally long skis. Because they go from like...
Craig, you know way too much about cartoons.
Well, I have young children, and we watch a lot of old cartoons because old cartoons are the best cartoons. So, let's see. Aaron Rostovsky says we stayed super vanilla versus Cincy once we realized they couldn't pass. Will be interesting to see how exotic they get on Saturday.
Ooh, exotic.
BFOTS Joshua, Hansen says the game plan matters. Who we are playing, the prep and focus should not change.
Okay. All right. You guys are dialed in.
Brad Wilson, everybody's favorite former student manager, says Nebraska definitely has not showed their cards. We need to use the whole deck on Saturday.
Yeah. All 52 cards.
T-shirt right here, Roger Moore. God, Heinrich, option. Like faith, family, country.
We do love Heinrich around here.
Let's see. I don't want to say that. 10 defensive linemen last week. I think, Minnie, you said on one of the appearances 16 offensive linemen. Josh says we played 10 DLs last week, hoping that since they're so skinny, we can play all 10 at once and no one notices. Have to get him to share a helmet.
Yeah, poor Houston Christian. They got a penalty for having 12 players on the field.
Gary Pierce says, and I don't know if this was a question to us or to whom, but he says I questioned a couple times whether we might have guys like Rocco, who was a defensive lineman in high school and a state wrestling champion, played both sides. Got crickets, so guessing it's a no. I don't know if you're asking. Look.
I think it's a rhetorical question.
Do you, though? I think he seriously wants an answer to that question.
Okay, what's the question again? He questioned it. He's like, I questioned
but
myself.
But I mean, like, I understand if you ask yourself a question, you want to answer that question. You don't want to not answer your own question. I don't think anybody would ignore their own question. Rocco Spindler, who was a defensive lineman in high school and a state wrestling champion, the question whether he could play both sides of the football, and he heard nothing, no response. So I think, yeah, obviously it's a no-go on that, Gary. I think at this point in his collegiate career, his defensive line days are behind him, and he's doing a pretty solid job on the offensive line. So who would have thought that's where we needed him to be? Oh, wait, everybody, after last year's offensive line performance. So keep him where he is. And here's the thing. I don't hate our defensive line. I think that the fact that they are undersized, people are not judging them fairly. But I do think that they have a ton of potential, and I do think that John Butler and crew can scheme enough, defensive packages, defensive alignments that will make a true freshman quarterback. And I don't care what anybody says. I guarantee you that Lincoln is going to be more of a hostile environment for Bryce Underwood than Norman, Oklahoma was in week 1.
Hostile? You think we'll be hostile? Nebraska nice. Remember?
Let me rephrase. We'll be more energetic and lively.
Okay.
Like we were against Colorado last year. More so than, Oklahoma, Michigan, week 1, all Oklahoma set out to do was win a football game. But there wasn't a tremendous amount of emotion in that game. Nebraska has a little bit of juice coming into this game, which we'll get to a little bit later. So I think that the fans who are in attendance will need to be exceptionally vocal for this game because, it could come down to, we've been very good since we haven't played a true road game. We were essentially a home game at Kansas City, but we've been very good on like third downs of drawing some false starts from the opposing offenses. So, it's going to be I hate to borrow like the 12th man because I know the Seattle Seahawks use that, Texas A&M uses that, but the crowd is going to have to be on fire Saturday afternoon and be a noticeable force in that game. So,
okay. So yes, it will be somewhat of a hostile environment in that the noise is going to be off the charts. I do believe that. Will Compton didn't do his pregame hype speech last week for Houston Christian because he's saving it for this weekend.
Yeah, because his Bussin' with the Boys co-host is a Michigan alum.
I know.
They have a lot on the line for them. So let's see. Trying to get caught up. Husker Chuck says Minnie is 4 feet 14 inches.
That is not. Yes, but that's not a real measurement. You can't. That's like. Who says that?
Husker Chuck and his fish tank. Yeah, see, Rostowski says we're watching Tom and Jerry in their house. Cartoons rock. Tony says that in response to Husker Chuck, you're 4'14" in heels.
In heels? No, that's not true. In heels, you won't know I'm short.
Let's see.
My cousin,
5'2".
I am 5'2". My cousin is a cheerleader for Oklahoma.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah, she's a cheerleader for Oklahoma. So
the Sooners?
Yes.
On the football field?
Yes.
Your cousin is 45?
No. No. She's a freshman.
I'm so confused.
Because of my age?
I didn't say a word.
Jeez.
By the way, we'll be having a birthday celebration in a couple of weeks for this one here. So make sure that you're joining us on Monday, the 29th.
29th. And send your 18-year-old self to Greg.
Time out. We're looking. I don't even know how to say this in a way that if you have a senior picture or something like that, you can send it to me, hooch3600@gmail.com, and we'll make sure that we share all of our 18-year-old selves. That's there's no way to say this and not make it weird. All of our 18-year-old selves would just be rolling around. No, that's not it. I don't know. Let's see. I'm tagging and starting a couple a few comments. So Tony, our Minnesota friend, says this is a huge capital H game for both teams.
Yeah.
I don't know what Michigan has down the rest of their schedule, how winnable a lot of those games are. I think
who Michigan has?
Yeah.
They have 2 hard teams.
I know they have Ohio State, obviously, at the end of the season.
They have Ohio State, and they play USC, but they have to travel to USC. And that's basically it. No offense, Tony, but Minnesota doesn't look very good this season yet. And they play them also. So do we.
So at some point, somebody said in the comments that, here it is, Gary Pierce says Minnie might be part elf. We often live to 140.
Yes.
And Highlander says in Dungeons & Dragons, high elves live to be 1,800 years old. Drunk elves make it to about 35.
Well, I'm not a drunk elf because I outlived them.
Oh, my God. I remember BFOTS Josh Hansen last year before the Colorado game. Rule made the comment about Nebraska nice 6 days a week, but not on Saturday.
So, ooh, now that should be a T-shirt.
We probably talked about that last year. And then Aaron Keene, who's joining us, of course, tonight, says, Highlander, you deserve some pit points for the Dungeons & Dragons reference. And you know what? Since Pitt is around somewhere, I'll go ahead and say 15 pit points to Highlander Gunn for the Dungeons & Dragons reference.
Okay.
Interesting from Blaine who says, the more we win, the more nervous I become, and I can't explain it. Is that because our expectations grow and then we're worried about like falling off the cliff at the end of the season?
You know what? I remember Blaine. He took his, correct me if I'm wrong. I could be mistaken. Didn't you take your daughter to a game last year?
Yes.
I kind of remember. It was either you or Brent Wolf. I can't remember which one. But I know you guys were one of you guys was so excited, and then we lost that game, I think. If I'm not mistaken. It sucked for your daughter, if that was you.
There's talk here about TJ Lateef's red shirt. I don't think they're worried about his red shirt, honestly.
He probably won't be here all 4 years either. What?
You think that he's going to jump in the portal after this season?
No. That's not what I meant at all. I mean, these guys are so good, they'll go to the NFL.
Oh. Wouldn't that be something to have both of our quarterbacks drafted at the same year? Oh, God.
No.
That'd be...
Okay, Blaine, I'm sorry. It wasn't him.
Let's see. Pitt says he's got two new shop kitties, Bernadette Skeeters and Jeannie Wild. What the hell?
Okay.
I'm doing my very best, Pitt, to hide my judgment. I don't think I'm succeeding, really. So I apologize for all the judgment.
Okay, Greg, can we get on with let's talk about the Michigan game.
Let's talk about that Michigan game.
So Michigan, as you mentioned.
That's our Michigan game intro.
Michigan, as you mentioned, they have played 3 games. And unlike us being 3-0, they're 2-1.
Correct.
Which is so exciting. I like that a lot. They did just have a win last week against Central Michigan. And sorry if you're a Michigan fan and I'm talking about your team like this, but it seems like all the fans came away from that game going, thank goodness we're not going to totally suck this year. I kid you not. That was the vibe I got. So, I mean, it's Central Michigan, and it gave them all kinds of confidence.
Yeah, they didn't. I mean, sure, they beat New Mexico, but they beat New Mexico 34-17, the first game of the season. And then a week after that, I guess I got my games or weeks mixed up. It was week 2 that they played and lost to Oklahoma. Oklahoma is currently ranked 11 in the country. I don't know. That seems a little generous for the Sooners. I feel like that might be a little bit of a SEC love carrying over. But they were – it's tough to say that they were exposed, but you also knew that – I don't know. That was a game I feel like they wanted because Sherrone Moore, I think, went to Oklahoma, if I remember correctly. And – again, the true freshmanness of Bryce Underwood. I don't know. It's I'm not ready to call Michigan a paper tiger. I just don't. I don't know. They run the ball. I feel like I'm not saying they're one-dimensional. They have a dual threat quarterback, and Nebraska has pretty much always struggled with dual threat quarterbacks, but I call me, insanely optimistic. I just have a lot of faith.
Yeah.
I just have a lot of faith.
Vince Watson points out that Central Michigan is a better team than HCU or Akron, which is.
I'm glad you weren't here at the beginning when I was ranting about directional state school.
Go ahead, rant some more, Greg.
You know what? Here's the thing: HCU is an FCS team, and Akron is a MAC. I think Central Michigan's in the MAC too. I'm not entirely sure on that, but
yes.
Akron is being punished for academic infractions.
Not going to class. Not going to class.
Right. Yeah. I mean, so they don't have a ton to play for, and so it's very difficult to keep players. So, but that's not Nebraska's fault. Like Nebraska didn't contract that game after all that came to light. Like they thought they were getting a mid-tier or above Akron team when they signed the contract. So you can't fault Nebraska for the quality of the opponent that comes to town. If Michigan were 0-3 and had, or let's say 1-2 and had just barely beat one of the two teams, like everybody can say, well, they're still Michigan. Like you can't control the quality of your opponent. You can only control how you square up against them and how you prepare and how you focus and how you show up on game day. So I don't know. I go back to, Minnie, one of your guest appearances this week, it didn't get brought up, but I go back to 2021 when Michigan played at Nebraska, the game that we should have won. And,
2021 when they played at Nebraska. Yeah. No, it was brought up. Go ahead.
But when Adrian Martinez ran for it and they didn't blow the play dead after a stoppage of forward momentum, instead they allowed Michigan to punch the ball free and end up going, the tides turned. Like that's the kind of shit that's still, even though I'm pretty sure there's not a single player on this team that was on that team. I don't know, maybe like Marquise Beaver Jr. I feel like he's been around for 50 years. There's not a coach, I don't think, who's here now who was there then. That's still
Ron Brown.
I don't know if he was around, honestly, in the Scott Frost era. I feel like the Scott Frost era may have been different if he was.
He's never allowed to.
But I do think that, that's still, because I think that sticks in my craw, I guess I'm projecting and feel like that sticks in everybody's craw. And I don't know, I can't abide the notion that, Michigan's going to come in on Saturday. Huh?
Don't click off. I wanted to say hello to Kurt.
No, he's a Michigan fan.
Go Blue. He's welcome here. Yeah. You're very welcome here, Kurt.
You can be welcome here next week.
Maybe. No. Greg, what is wrong with you?
I'm a little fired up.
Okay. We invite all colors here. Blue, red.
We invite them, but we're not necessarily going to talk to them and be nice.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, Greg is fired up.
Cheers, Caleb.
Fired up. So, what I remember the most? Sorry about this. Kurt.
Hi, Trojan Dale.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Is after they scored a touchdown, the Michigan guy going,
oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They better not do that on Saturday.
Let's see, Beetle B's here.
Hi, Beetle B.
A lot of talk about TJ's plans for the future. Never Mind Me says he's gone after this year. Bank it.
No.
Kostowski says he's leaving after Trey beats him out.
No. Guys, stop. He's not leaving.
Trojan Dale hopes that we beat Michigan. Then he says, then we can beat you in Lincoln later. So you can come to Lincoln, but I don't know if you're going to win. So yeah. For those of you who are just kind of stumbling upon Coronation tonight because you've seen Minnie in other shows, she's the sensible one, and I'm kind of the asshole.
Yeah. And Gregory says we could be on Uncle Lou's or The Voice of College Football, but they chose to come here. So be nice.
I mean, I don't know. Isn't Gregory a Nebraska fan?
I don't know, but he's here. So be nice.
I mean, I'm nice to Gregory. He's got a great name.
Oh, are you biased to people with your name?
I'm biased for my people. See, like in Lincoln years back, they had a battle of the Joshes, and our beloved Josh Hansen did not attend. But there was like, a fight to see who's the greatest Josh. Gregs don't do that because we're all pretty great.
If Hausman throws the bones, that would be so sweet. But he's not going to.
Instead, it would not be sweet. Fuck Ernest Hausman.
Here's what I want to have happen. This I agree with.
Kneecap broken?
No. Okay.
That was a joke, everybody.
I would like him to have some regret about not staying at Nebraska.
I want he's getting too much money in Michigan.
To be so loud that he'll regret not playing there.
How about we do this?
What?
I'll give you this. Not a broken kneecap. That may be harsh. Turf toe. End of the first quarter. Knocks him out the rest of the game. He can come back and play next week.
That's not even nice. Okay.
It's better than a busted kneecap.
True.
Let's see. I agree. Stop the run. Let's see.
Yeah, we need to. Okay, well, let's see here. What I can tell you about...
Melissa, shameful.
What?
She said, I'm talking for us when Dylan goes out in the first quarter. She wants... she says TJ will play at UCLA, not at the school, but will play in that game.
Okay.
Oh, I think she's saying when we're up so much that it's going to be like treated like another Akron or Houston Christian when we play UCLA. I get it.
Okay. And then Caleb says, I don't want him to hurt physically, just emotionally. That's how I feel too. You want him to shed a tear when he leaves that night.
I'm going to say this. This is the nicest thing that I can say to or about Ernest Hausman. He's dead to me.
Okay.
He is the reason I don't believe in once a Husker, always a Husker.
Yeah.
Because he left. He chased glory, fame, and fortune.
Do you blame him? I mean, not that I'm trying to be devil's advocate here.
I feel like you are trying to be devil's advocate.
Okay, let's just say this, Greg. If you are Ernest Hausman and you have all the ability in the world, are you going to stay at Nebraska with the type of leadership that we had at that point?
Isn't he just a junior? Like, wasn't he here for Rule's first year?
No, he left after Michigan beat the pants off of us in 2023.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago. Matt Rule was our head coach 2 years ago.
He was not.
I'm sorry.
We hired Matt Rule.
2023, Matt Rule was our head coach.
So 2024, he was.
Because he's in our third year.
So, okay, it was 20.
Because what you're saying is, if I'm going to believe,
2021 or 2022, I can't remember.
He's only a junior.
I remember specifically. He was there. Michigan played us. Harbaugh. What year did Michigan win the national championship? Wasn't that 2023?
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. Shit. He played for us in 2022.
But okay, was Matt Rule hired? I thought he was hired December of 2023.
He was.
Okay, there we go.
But here's the thing: Ernest Hausman is a Nebraska boy. He was born.
I know, but okay. What I'm saying is he had Scott Frost as his head coach, and let's see who was the linebackers coach back then. All I remember is Eric Chernander was the defensive coordinator. Eric Chernander, come on.
So what you're saying is he left for greener, quote unquote, greener pastures.
Better coaches.
No, hold up. Cheating coaches. That's well documented. So he left before Matt Rule had an opportunity to come in and explain his vision. He was born in Columbus.
I have a theory about that too. Well, I think there was some tampering on our roster. Greg.
By your logic, like, why wouldn't he want to leave and go where the leadership and coaching was better with all that talent, knowing that it's the same coaches that, after he left, that Nebraska has now, at least head coach, defensive coordinators and offensive coordinators all changed. But basically, by that same logic, you would say, well, why didn't Dylan transfer after last year?
No.
It's the same. It's the same logic because it's the same damn head coach.
No, he put his name in the transfer portal prior to Matt. He made up his mind prior to Matt Rule accepting the job.
But that goes to show how short-sighted his vision was, because he didn't even wait to see who the new head coach was going to be.
Did you see how Michigan beat the pants off of us
in 2023?
Yeah, it was 54-7 or something like that. 45-7.
In 20, yeah. So he was on that team.
Yes, that was disgusting.
They only beat us in 2022. They beat us by quite a bit, 34-3. In 2023, they beat us 45-7.
Yep.
But it's again, I'm saying that if he wants to prove how good he is, another way to think about it is season 3 of Ted Lasso with Zava. It's like you could be on this team that's already tailor-made for championships, or you can show how good you really are by helping to build this team up. That's what Dylan chose to do. Dylan chose to be a Husker, to build Nebraska back. Ernest Hausman didn't have the balls to do that.
You don't know.
He bitched out and went to Ann Arbor to be on a tailor-made championship team, and he got his national championship. Kudos to him with all the cheating that they did. But he didn't want to stay and help right the ship in Lincoln. So fuck Ernest Hausman, fuck Jim Harbaugh, fuck Michigan.
I think your face is turning red.
It might be.
Okay, moving on then. We got that out of the way.
I don't know. We might have more.
Do you need to take a breath?
I'm good. Let's go.
Okay. Should somebody monitor your heart rate?
So here's the thing, Nizzy B. And I've been on record to say this. I hate Ohio State more than I hate Michigan. My hierarchy of hate is I'll root for Michigan over Ohio State, but I always root for Notre Dame over Michigan. So I'm going to piss off some Michigan fans. I might make some Michigan fans cheer with what I just said about and Ohio State University. So, I don't know. Thank you.
Okay.
I love the hate train. Urgh! This is gonna be a fun one on Saturday. I've got a lot of beer in the fridge and no kids this weekend.
Oh my gosh.
So third, fourth quarter. Make sure that if you don't already, I'm gonna put it right here in the comments. If you're not already following the Five Heart Podcast on X, you need to, because it's great. I know Aaron Keene does because we interact during the game.
Well, one thing that I do like that even Michigan fans say, this is the nice part, okay? We're being nice. Everyone's getting along right now. College football is better when Nebraska is good. I've heard that from more people this week. Yes.
That's why I don't get asked to do like all the guest shots that Minnie does, because sometimes me and Greg can come out.
Well, it's okay.
Hold on. I like Husker for Life says, I think Greg is replacing John as the angry old man of coordination.
Yep.
Maybe. Although I don't know if I could be as brave as John and give up drinking like he did.
Yep. And you'd have to also grow your hair out.
No, I can't do that. My hair's too long. Is it? Aaron Rostowski, super chat for $2 says more angry Greg, and I want a crown. I can't help you with the crown.
How about can you be angry and do lunges?
No, I don't think you can do lunges angrily. I think lunges are a happy time exercise.
Okay. Well, we're not actually done talking about Houston Christian. I forgot one thing. Yeah. Don't record videos from your bathroom. Please don't.
It's fine.
All right. So this past week, last Thursday, we did score predictions like we always do.
That's true. I got to pull it up. Yes, score predictions.
The score was 59-7, right?
Yes.
So I did a little video to show us who got the closest.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Well, I guess what I should do is I present the trophy first. No.
You know what's crazy? Real quick here. Is that at one point Jake from Sunday Nights actually had 59-7 selected. He changed it after the Akron game to 70-0.
Oh yeah, too bad. Okay, ready?
Ready. Whoa!
How cool is that?
That's awesome.
So is Chris Shantz, who guessed 56-4, and Fred Sacco, who guessed 60-10. They got the closest.
You had 52-0.
I know. That's not close. Like, there are other people who got closer. Wade Farr got closer. He got 57-3. And then James Boardman got 52-7. And then
Fred was surprisingly close. Fred was 60-10. Oh, wait. He was among those.
Fred and Chris both won.
All right.
They both
what did they win?
4 points away. I'll show you.
100 pit points.
Now presenting the Holger Maniac champion, brother.
There you go.
Tip of the beer. Keep it fine, folks.
That's what they won.
Me finishing my beer. That's awesome. I'll have to remind you.
You did not win, Gary Pierce. 49-0 is not close to 59-7. Yeah, we're all winners. Technically, we are.
All right, so here it is, folks. It's time to play the What is Greg going to drink next game. From Firestone Walker Brewing Company, we have the 805 Blonde Ale. Now, what I'd like to tell you about this is it's 4.7% alcohol by volume. And it is from Paso Robles, California. The other is War Pigs Brewing.
That one.
Hazy Indian Pale Ale, 7.3% alcohol by volume.
Oh, no.
Foggy Geezer.
But I do love the name. That's a
Foggy
great
Geezer?
name. No, War Pigs.
That's what I mean. It's War Pigs Brewing, Foggy Geezer, Indian Pale Ale.
That's a great name.
I feel like that's probably
other people are like War Pigs, War Pigs, War Pigs. See?
Highlander guy says, "What shots is Greg drinking today?" Greg's not drunk. Minnie, I'm going to let you answer this question. Drake wants to know, how does angry Greg compare to drunken angry Greg?
Oh, I can't remember you drunk. All I remember is saying, I don't know if you should drink that much.
When? Was it on the show?
Yeah, one time.
Oh.
It was like you did like a 10% alcohol drink or something.
9 point something. So.
Yeah.
Oh, good. That's aroma. Let's see what the can actually has a little bit of a description about this one. Citrus and tropical hop varieties are gathered en masse to create this delicious War Pigs IPA. 7.3% alcohol by volume.
Oh, heavens. Okay. Yeah, Angry Greg is probably a lot more entertaining.
Angry Greg or Drunken Angry? Which one's?
Actually, I'll take both of them are entertaining for me.
So I apologize if I mispronounce, but my last name's Mahachko, so I think I get a pass. Asawar says, do you all ever watch or collaborate any other Nebraska podcasters? Huge fan of Husker Online. I know Minnie, again, you do because people like you.
I'm the nice one.
You're the nice one. So you do Corn Crazed? Or not you pop in from time to time with Corn Crazed with Connor. And then, of course, you do Ladies of College Football, which is not just Nebraska football, but it's all college football. And then you kind of show up wherever you're invited. So
yeah,
and you get asked quite a bit. So
yeah,
I lay under the radar. Like I'm not nice enough to be invited like Minnie, and I'm not angry enough to or popular enough or viral enough to be like John. So I just kind of keep on doing my thing.
You're just here holding down the fort, Greg.
I am holding down the Husker fort. So.
Yes. Thank you very much for doing that. Aw.
What? People like you? I don't.
Greg gently smacking Minnie on the nose with a rolled up Husker Illustrated. Yeah, like I'm a puppy dog.
I didn't say anything that was derogatory.
Yet. Tonight. So far.
No, but I mean somewhere like I thought I said people like you.
Greg.
Not people like you, But.
Greg.
Yes, ma'am. You
just went from angry Greg to really nice Greg. It's hard to be mad at you when you're like that.
See, that's what I do. Gregor Stewart says, you would hate Doreen. I don't hate Doreen. I can't watch a whole lot of Ladies of College Football because she's
can't watch a whole lot of Doreen because she's too cheery for him.
But when she jumps in here and says Greg, then I acknowledge her. I don't hate anybody. I'm not a fan of Ernest Hausman, but I don't hate him. I don't know him on a personal level. The other Dave gives $2 to your Lincoln fund and says, have fun in Lincoln, Minnie.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, the other Dave.
Can you write that one down? Because that is a star chat, so it will disappear in the not too distant future.
Hold on. Lots of notes here.
That's true, Mr. Rostowski. I have not called enough students assholes from their own field.
What was the score?
24-21 Nebraska for the other Dave. I don't know, something about this. All right. I don't usually do beer reviews here. Usually I just shut up and enjoy them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what the Foggy Geezer looks like.
That looks like Aaron Keen's his old avatar, doesn't it?
Yeah. If Aaron Keen were 400 years old and made of bones.
That is so funny. Did you take that off of this beer bottle, Aaron?
Citrus and tropical hop varieties. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't check the IBUs on this. It's not bad. It's just this one's from Munster, Indiana. Kind of feels like a Munster. Probably won't be finding Foggy Geezer again going out of my way. I just try to look for new things I haven't tried before.
You don't like it?
I'll drink it, of course, but is it? I'm not bipolar, am I, Minnie?
Maybe. Highlander Gun said that picture looked like his ex-mother-in-law. That's so.
I mean, let me see. No, I'm not going to say any disparaging remarks. Tony acknowledges that, Minnie, you have a lot of fans in Illinois and Minnesota. Well, it's because she's a Flecky and she says she wants Illinois to win it all this year. So that's why.
Okay, let's just get this out of the way. I'm a fan of Brett Bielema, the way he coaches. That's it. I think they have a good shot at making it to the playoffs this year because of all of their returners. That's it. And I also hope that this weekend that they kill Indiana. I just don't like Indiana.
All right. I see you don't like Kurt Signetti. If I told you that Bert Bielema and by extension his wife really talked a lot of crap back in the day when they were in Wisconsin about Nebraska, would you still be a fan?
I don't think that he did.
No, she did.
She did?
She's a fucking bitch.
Oh my gosh. You can't say that. He might come after you if you say that. He
Trust me,
loves his
he's
wife.
a fat ass. I can outrun him.
Greg, I've already gone over this with you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry in the way that I'm not sorry.
Gee.
Hey, it's fine.
When they were in Las Vegas, they renewed their vows. They went to the exact spot where they met.
Was it the exact strip club that he found her at?
Not nice.
Not wrong.
Okay.
Caleb wants to know, who's Doreen? I'll let you take this one.
Doreen is my beautiful, wonderful co-host on Sundays, who is like the most excitable Ohio State fan you've ever met in your life. She even has an Ohio tattoo right here. It's really cute.
When are you going to get a Nebraska tattoo?
I would. I just don't like tattoos yet. Maybe, I'm turning into midlife. I might. Most women, once they get into midlife, they like getting tattoos all up and down their arms, full sleeves. You never
get
know.
A motorcycle next?
Yes. Nice. Cut my hair off. Dye it purple.
Don't do that. That's going too far. Drake with the super chat a few minutes ago says, it has once again been a blast spectating this emoji from an outside perspective and experiencing all the emotions in this podcast. And you will win 20-17. Thank you, Drake.
I like that. I wrote that down. Thank you, Drake. Very nice of you to show up here tonight.
Let's see.
Go Big Red.
Fred says the creature on that can looked like Ferenc with filters and ring lights. That's another coach you seemingly humanized and now appreciate for reasons. I don't know why you do this to me.
He has pictures that his grandchildren have drawn him, taped up in his office. It's the cutest, sweetest.
You mean he's like every other grandparent?
Yeah. I don't see like Urban Meyer doing that or, you know
I don't think
what I
Urban
mean?
Meyer's a grandparent.
Yes, he is. Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just asking. I honestly have no idea.
Yeah.
Okay. The other Dave also says for $4.99, my children corrected me. 65 for Maddie Lou, 70 for Davey Tim, Michigan 40. Summary is take the over. That is a whole lot of points being scored, according to Dave's children.
So Maddie Lou, wait, I got to write Maddie Lou down.
Oh God, we're getting well into the weeds now. By the way, if Maddie Lou or Davey Tim win and it's 65 or 70-40, we may actually have to send them a stack of Cobby stickers or something.
Yeah, because that's exactly what young children want.
A Cobby coloring book. Oh, it'd be perfect. Just Cobby in all kinds of places around Lincoln or Omaha. Cobby at the Henry Dorley Zoo. Good times. Let's see. I don't. I changed my mind.
What did that say?
No, I'll let you read it. Read it out loud for all the people.
Whoa, I could not possibly read that out loud.
See?
It's bad for my eyesight even.
I don't think it's bad for your eyes.
I think it is.
You knew their vows at the free buffet. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Caleb has a 49er tattoo. Like, I'm not anti-tattoo. I have a Green Lantern tattoo, for crying out loud. I just,
You have a Green Lantern tattoo?
The new tattoo is no tattoo. So yeah, maybe you're what's the word? Crap. Going against the grain, going against, like, when everybody's getting tattoo, the new way to stand out is to not get a tattoo. You look like you want to say something.
No, I was reading Ken E's thing.
No, I'm very far behind.
It was a little long.
Let me find it. Ken E. Do we post that and read it?
No, not if Maddie Lou and Davey Tim are watching.
Well, if they're watching, then some of the things that I said really needs to be cleaned up for the children. Yeah. I'm sorry, the other Dave, if I have in any way made it uncomfortable for you to have this show on around your small children. Sometimes I forget that this is a family show because this is not intended as a family show. And so I apologize if I've had to, if you had to answer a question like, what do you mean when he says, "Fuck Ernest Hausman, Daddy"? If that question came up, other Dave, I apologize.
He'd probably be proud of his children. Yeah.
All I know is that the kids, especially Robert, one of my twins, has sworn and said a few words, 4-letter words that he's not supposed to. I try not to swear around them. And John once said, "Well, if you don't tell them how to cuss, I will, because they need to learn from somebody."
Yesterday we were playing Wordle, Stella and I. Stella's 11, and I hate Wordle so much. It's the most frustrating game I've ever played. And so I go, "Shit." She goes, "Mommy, you're cussing over Wordle."
I was playing Quordle with BFOTS Josh, and I think the word that I used was methy, METHY, and they actually accepted that as a word. It wasn't the word, but I tried it. So, Never Mind Me says this is not supposed to be a family show. We get rowdy in this bitch. Yes, we do. Especially when I'm drinking, and I'm drinking tonight. So, all right, we have been a little off topic, Minnie. Anything else that we need to actually specifically talk about? What's your biggest concern for Saturday?
Okay, my biggest concern is this guy that they have on their team. He's a running back. His name is Justice Haynes. We need to find a way to shut him down because he just has a way with running that ball, finding the crease, doing all the stuff we don't want him to do. They describe his body like a bowling ball. Kind of like a Dante Dowdell.
Okay.
So we need to definitely stop him as much as possible. And I think with the noise level and all the hype that we bring as a fan base on Saturday, that we're going to definitely throw off their quarterback, Bryce Underwood.
Yeah. I think, Rostovsky says that run defense is our bigger concern. Gregor Stewart says Bryce Underwood. I think that the mobile quarterbackness of Bryce is you're going to have to be very careful defensively because you can't turn your back on him. but you also can't just let their receivers just, blaze downfield. So if there's one area that I'm most concerned about, I feel like we should have the ability as linebackers, like our front seven, to fill the gaps, contain. I like the way, again, under, or against lesser competition, we've been able to extend the edge, set the edge, and not let, guys break big runs at the perimeter. Now I like our chances just of purely stopping the run, but Bryce Underwood is a different beast. I think we'll talk about it here in a few minutes. Yeah, mobile quarterbackness. Write that down.
I thought. Did I hear him say that right? Usually, Greg does not misspeak like that, like ever. That's usually me. Oh my gosh.
I love it. Sometimes it's all right to make up a word as long as it fits in the context of the greater conversation.
Craig, do you need help tonight? Do you want me to switch you spots? I'll run the show, okay?
I mean, you can try. I mean, I'm not saying you. No, I'm not saying you were incapable. I'm just saying, I'll take a back seat.
Yeah, right.
Let's go.
Okay, Highlander Gun, congratulations. He says, I know it's off topic, guys, but I'm so proud. A play I wrote will be performed next weekend at the local Zodiac Playhouse in Florence, Alabama. Wish me luck.
Whoa. What's the name of the play? What's the name of the play, Highlander? Because I want to read it, and then you can start writing all of our 5-heart theaters.
Oh, yeah, we've been looking for a script writer for a while.
Fred says, was it based off of 5-heart theater? I hope so. It could be. How do we get 5? Right? It's going to take more.
They're going to be so sorry when they see what we have planned for tonight.
Hey, y'all getting 5-heart theater tonight.
You're so weird.
Never mind me says, Minnie better get hammered for the game so she can speak without a filter like Greg does.
Yeah. I don't. Hopefully you guys never see me hammered.
Rostovsky says that Underwood's going to make a couple plays, but stopping their RB is priority number 1. Mobile quarterback sounds like Bob Diaco. Shut up, guys. I'm not that drunk. And 55 pit points to Highlander Gun for his play.
55. Awesome. Okay.
It's loosely based off of Grapes of Wrath and Roadhouse, and it's called Chode House. Oh, that's
Oh, that's neat.
Highlander, don't be surprised if you get an email inscripting you to start working on 5-heart theaters.
It sounds like he has a very creative side. I'm very happy for you.
Referring to us as Bellucci and Android.
Thank you. It's good to see you, Christopher.
I think I'm Bellucci.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. Another thing about Michigan is the last time they played a 3-3-5 defense, they got smashed by TCU.
Really? Tell me more.
Well, that's all I know.
Okay, great.
It makes them shake in their boots when they hear 3-3-5.
I wasn't sure what I thought about the 3-3-5 when it was installed. I really like its versatility. I really like that at any point we could have one downed lineman or 4, 5. It's
or 2.
Or yeah, I was pretty much saying anywhere from 1 to things. Now, again, point of parliamentary procedure. I'm pretty sure that I'm Bellucci.
Why?
Christopher says that you're Bellucci.
Yeah.
I'm just got a good feeling about being Bellucci.
Okay.
Because if I'm not Bellucci, then I'm Android, and I don't even know what that means.
There's a big question mark over you.
I have an iPhone. I can't possibly be Android.
Greg, you look so bewildered. What does this mean? Why am I Android?
Who am I? What is Android? Belushi and Aykroyd. Okay, now that makes more sense. You gotta tell me which one I am, though, because I'm not making assumptions. Where is one area, Minnie, that you think Nebraska will shine on Saturday? And not just you, Minnie, but I want the answer from this group as well.
Okay, everybody.
All right.
Two-part answer.
Nope, it's one-part question.
Quarterback and special teams.
Special teams.
And quarterback. Yes.
Quarterback. And Fred says quarterback, so I don't know if he's answering for you or that's just his answer.
I don't think it's the mobile quarterbackness.
You know what? Not with Dylan.
No. Just the quarterback.
Rostovsky says wide receiver, tight ends, and punter.
Ooh.
I'd be happy if we didn't even have to see, what's his name punting again this game?
Archie.
Let's just score all the time.
Archie. Oi, oi, oi.
That's right. And y'all say that I'm drunk. Go. Yeah. Our immobile. Fred is answering for Minnie. Our immobile but strangely erotic quarterback, Dylan. Buddy, just wait. We ain't even to it yet, brother. You're gonna be amazed and wowed later in this show. Five Heart Theater. You ain't gonna need the Blue Chew for the Five Heart Theater today. I'll tell you that much. All right. 2-part answer.
Okay. Go ahead.
No, you had the 2-part answer.
I just gave you both parts.
Oh.
The quarterback and special teams.
All right. So why
do
do
I
you hate the wide receivers?
Expand on that?
Huh?
Do you want me to expand on that?
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out why you hate our wide receivers.
I don't.
You're like, quarterback, wide receivers suck. Get rid of them.
Okay. Obviously, I don't feel that way. Obviously. I'm very happy we have these men out there catching the ball for us and running. But in order for them to do that, they need somebody to throw it to them.
Yeah, and I think, honestly, I think one of the keys to Saturday is the ball placement, the pass placement. Fred, careful. Is Dylan going to hit the receivers? Is he going to give them an opportunity to be able to go upfield and get yards after the catch? That is not how you spell my name, sir. I appreciate you taking the opportunity. I've been called worse by better. That's all I can say.
Ooh, ouch. Did that hurt?
Never does.
Okay. Ooh, are you threatening us?
Not all of us.
Okay. Greg, stop. Chris, he doesn't mean it.
Oh, yeah.
Stay put, buddy. I'll protect you.
I'm glad we have these men out there clutching the ball and Greg ball placement. You guys. Yeah. All right. So I'm really excited to, again, get if the receivers are assisted by Dylan, by where the pass ends up, if the play call, if everything is right, if the protection holds, if they are able to get up the field like we were able to see Cortez Mills do that. We've seen Isaiah Hunter do it, Dane Key. They've all shown the ability when the football's placed on the money to be able to get the yards after. I think yards after the catch is really going to play an integral part in this football game. And then defensively for Nebraska, we talked about run defense. And I think the run defense is going to be key because our secondary is so good and so like such veteran presence. We've talked about Marquise Buford, Malcolm Hartzog expected to be back, Deshaun Singleton. Sierra Wright, I saw a stat that, through 3 games, I think they've only thrown his way like 4 times or something ridiculous. My bold prediction, not Sheila. Oh shit, where'd she go? All right, she's gone, so I don't even know if I make this bold prediction without her. But I would say that my bold prediction for the game is that Sierra Wright gets a pick 6 on Saturday. I think that's we saw him do it last year against USC, and I feel like in your biggest games, your biggest guys are going to have to show up and play, and I think Sierra Wright's ready. That is not my name, but I appreciate you trying there, Caleb. Thank you, Christopher. Kaylee says, I'm going to also say our secondary is going to shine. I think we'll stop the run enough to force big pass plays, which end in our favor. It's going to be all about getting Michigan off schedule. Maybe we force them into some second and long, third and long situations and force them to kind of step in the pocket and pass. What we can't do with Bryce Underwood is what we did with Brendan Sorsby, and that's turn our backs and let him scramble and get the first down with his leg. If we can contain Bryce, and I really like our chances on Saturday.
You just now finished?
I mean, I said a lot. Did you hear my big, bold prediction?
You made a bold prediction?
I did make a bold prediction.
What was it?
You left. You didn't hear it. I knew I shouldn't have said it while you were gone. I said the Sierra Wright has a pick 6 this weekend.
Ooh, good call. I like that, Greg.
So
nice. Hot take. You heard it here first.
So, what else we have, Minnie? Anything else specifically for the game on Saturday?
No, but again, just a reminder, everybody, to we're doing that meetup.
Oh, shit. I thought I had it in here somewhere.
Did you forget?
No, I didn't forget about it. I have the graphic. Just give me a minute. I'll put the graphic up. I have a graphic. The graphic will be up.
Okay. While he's putting the graphic up, please come out and join us in the Haymarket tomorrow night, 7:30 at Kincaid's.
Oh, here it is. Sorry. Yeah. I like how you just said all the information that the graphic shows. Everything you just heard, forget it. Here's the visual representation.
And Rostovsky said, he said that the coronation flag will be there again this year. I can only confirm for certain that Rostovsky and Andy will be there from coronation. Oh, I'll be there. Yeah, of course. Hopefully Fred can make it. And Connor from Corn Crazed is coming.
He's not coronation.
Well,
he gets to sit with the audience, with the chat. He doesn't get to sit with the elite.
Oh gosh, you're not even there, so hush. Yeah, so come join us.
I'll be
for a meetup.
Sorry. So there it is. Yes, tomorrow night, Kincaid's in the Haymarket, 7:30, or Kincaid's, or as we learned last year, some people didn't know exactly how to pronounce it, so they were pronouncing it Kincaid's. I don't judge. I'm not here to yuck your yum, as some would say. So, Kincaid's in the Haymarket. No, Wade, you don't see Minnie in that picture because she left before the picture was taken.
Yeah, and I don't know if I should say it now because it sounds like I'm such a party pooper. I need sleep, so I'm not going to be there all night. It's just, I got to get to bed. My bedtime normally is 8:30.
That's right, Christopher. Kincaid's. 8:30, so it's almost her bedtime right now. Fred says, I don't know. I think we have some pumpkin patch bullshit to go to. If not, I'll be there to mess with you people. Hey, here's the thing, Fred. Pumpkin patch bullshit usually ends at 5. All right? If you can't wrap up your pumpkin patch bullshit by 5, you need to be doing it. All right? Get your ass down there to Kincaid's in the Haymarket for good old-fashioned coronation meetup.
Yeah.
Defund the Navy. I feel like there's a wrong answer to this question. It says, does Nebraska cheer for Army or Navy?
Both.
I cheer for all branches of the United States Armed Forces. That's all I'm going to say to that. Army-Navy game is usually not until the middle of December, so, it just depends on where the midshipmen are. I don't know how to even answer that question.
Okay, Greg.
Pitt says we're divided. We are divided, by God. We need, you know what? I apologize. I apologize to all the viewers tonight if I said anything that was incendiary, inflammatory, or divisive, because I feel the responsibility that my words have, and I should not be making such divisive remarks. I really should be trying to bring us together as a fan base, as a nation. So I just want to apologize to everybody in case I hurt any feelings tonight.
That sounds really wonderful.
Yeah, how much of it do I mean?
I don't know. Can you repeat that again?
Not really.
With a little more sincerity?
Nope. Sincerity's gone. Sincerity has left the building. That's not, I'm not, trust me.
Greg,
I'm no Mr. Rogers.
Should we do score predictions or should we do 5 Heart Theater?
Predictions are always at the very end of the show.
So 5 Heart Theater?
So 5 Heart Theater. Are you ready?
I will be.
All right, you go start because I know you got a lot of work to do. Everybody. Welcome to the 5 Heart Theater. Scene opens in a press conference setting a banner reads Nebraska versus Michigan, the superhero showdown. And I get to play Biff Poggi, whatever. Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to make it clear that our quarterback, Bryce Underwood, is basically Batman. I mean, we need to check his DNA because this kid is out of this world.
And I'm Dana Holgerson. Oh, please. Our quarterback, Dylan Raiola, is a superhero too. He's Superman. He's the one who's going to save Husker Nation. I mean, who doesn't want a quarterback that can leap tall buildings in a single bound?
Listen, it's not just about the cape. I fight crime, instill fear in my opponents, and I've got an arsenal that would put any superhero to shame. That's why Michigan is the winningest program in college football. Fear is my ally.
Fear? That is so old school, Batman. I'm faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, and able to leap tall buildings. I mean, who needs fear when you've got speed and style?
Style? Please. We all know Batman works in the shadows. I sneak up on you. That's how I know everything about my opponents.
Well, tell me this. How's shadowing going to help against my arm strength? Dylan throws lasers, and all you've got are smoke bombs.
Hey, those smoke bombs have been effective. Just ask any of our opponents. Besides, I've got the Batmobile.
Batmobile? That's cute. But I can fly. I can make it from Lincoln to Ann Arbor in like 2 seconds.
But what happens when you're in a slow line at the drive-thru? Can Superman save the day with double cheeseburgers? Budgie.
Only if there's a Dairy Queen along the way. But let's focus on the field. Dylan's mobility. He can scramble for yards, and he's got a receiving core that's like a Justice League of their own.
And Bryce, how did I start talking about myself in third person? Bryce has an offensive line that's tougher than Gotham's finest. Plus, my defense can shut down any supervillain or quarterback.
Ooh. Well, I hope your defense are ready for the onslaught because we're coming in full force.
That's what she said.
That was not the line. Greg.
Come on, Superman.
So shall we wrap this up with a rallying cry?
Absolutely.
Go blue.
Go blue.
And go big red.
What are we doing with our lives?
Here we go.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 5 Hour Podcast. Oh, what are we doing? You're welcome.
Yeah. What was that? Why did you go and not do the line?
Because I hadn't read the script before, and I just went with what felt right.
Okay. Well, if I'm going to write the line, you need to say it, okay?
Sorry. I didn't know I was working with the great Highlander gun, and I wasn't allowed to tweak a script. All right, let's see here. Nope, that's old. Salty to remorseful, and back again. Peace, love, and option. Thanks, Roger. 5 Heart Theater, because I gotta go pee. That makes me sad. I don't want to get fired by ABC. I don't have to worry about that. Yikes! Fred says Minnie's excitement leading into this has me concerned. Christopher thought you were going to do a somersault. We're waiting for the back handspring with the roll off tuck or whatever. I don't understand.
Oh, yes.
Fred wants to know if he can get out of his non-binding contract. No.
No.
Yeah, we had to wait, man. Like we had to wait for all participants. Calm down. Patience. Patience. Hopefully you were rewarded with your patience. Wade Farce's devil costume? No, it was a cape.
I was supposed to be Superman, only wearing in Nebraska. And
Fred was not prepared. You know what? I have a family group thread that this joke's just perfect for. I'm gonna have to send this joke to them. Faster than a track star and smells even worse. Diarrhea. Thank you.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Wow. Husker Bob says I need a couple more necks. I should play Biff Poggi. That's what he says. I appreciate that.
Oh, okay.
There are a couple female superheroes in The Boys. There is Queen Maeve. There is I'm trying to think of there's Queen Maeve. There's a few others. Truly hell defined. That hurts. And perpetually indignant, aka Aaron Keene says, Highlander, please.
Please help.
Yes, Dylan Raiola was Superman with the help of ChatGPT with some pretty, I think,
awesome,
pretty sweet graphics.
Yeah, I think it's beautiful.
Let's see here. Believe it or not, Minnie's walking on air. She never thought she could be so free. Minnie, you're probably too young to remember that show.
Yeah, I do. What is it?
Great American Hero.
What?
The Great American Hero. Greatest American Hero? Something like that.
The show?
Yeah, there was a show. The Great American Hero. Greatest American Hero. The
I
guy
remember.
finds like a suit. It's a pair of tights, but from space and like alien technology, and gives him powers when he has it on. So
Okay. No.
Fred gets it. Right there with you, Fred. Roger was begging for it to stop.
Mm-hmm.
The root canal is looking good. And I don't know if I like the approach that I'm sneaking up on people.
Did you show them Batman?
Yeah, I was alternating back and forth.
Okay.
So like when I was talking, I had the Batman graphic, and when you were talking, I had either Dylan or Dylan.
Okay.
So
I couldn't watch you because then I wouldn't make it through my lines.
Because I'm Batman.
I don't know.
Let's see here. Patrick Mahomes wannabe. I mean, I think we've done that enough. Speaking of bombs, Roger's not a fan of 5 Heart Theater.
Roger.
OMG, no wonder you guys are recruiting anyone that wrote anything, even from Alabama.
Wade. Oh my gosh.
Hurtful, Wade, hurtful.
I'm sorry, Highlander. I'm sure your play's very nice.
Kaylee says Bryce is younger than Dylan, but sounds 40 years older. That's because Bryce smokes 6 packs a day.
Pete, I was trying to do my own rendition of Pete Holmes. I didn't have a Batman mask. That would have been helpful. And I didn't even have any black. If I had black construction paper, I would have done like a little paper mask that I held up for fun. Fred says, this makes the 5 Heart you guys did with fake Minnie and fake Greg, which, by the way, I had no part of that. I was sitting back watching. So that means that the 5 Heart that you, Minnie, and Fred did look like Shakespeare.
It's the acting.
Christopher says, I can't remember who wins, Batman or Superman. Usually a tie. Like,
no, you told me it's Superman.
I never said that.
You said Batman doesn't even have superpowers.
He doesn't have superpowers, but he has a genius intellect, and he has.
He's smarter than Superman?
Yes.
What?
He has plans to take down every member of the Justice League. In The Dark Knight Returns, Frank Miller wrote that in their battle in the city, he actually typed kryptonite gas into the air, and that weakened Superman.
Okay, you can tell me that some other time.
Aristowski says, did I hit my head and wake up in a timeline where Nerd United is back?
Well, okay, just so you guys know, this didn't just come out of thin air. Biff Poggi, in one of his genius press conferences, goes, especially after this last game against Central Michigan, he goes, oh, I think that guy, our quarterback, is Batman. We need to check his DNA. And I'm like, can you believe the nerve of, what the heck does that even mean?
First of all it's going to, shame on Bruce Poggi, because a fat white guy should know that Batman's DNA is just going to be human DNA. Like if he says Superman, if he said Martian Manhunter, there are, 1,000 heroes from alternate worlds, but Batman is just a regular guy with a shit ton of money. So shame on Biff. Maybe it's because his name is Biff. He doesn't have any comic book acumen. You're welcome, Fred. Shakespeare would have been impressed with that writing. I agree.
Thank you, Tony.
What are we doing with our lives? We're waiting for Highlander Gun to come help us out.
Yeah.
Defund the Navy says, awesome show. Instant subscribe. We appreciate that. And hey,
you should
bonus if you become a member.
Yes.
If you become a member, defund the Navy.
Just wait. Something else.
Christopher Foote wants to know if you, Minnie, are Vicky Vale.
Who's that?
One of the characters from the Batman movies that you didn't pass up because you were too cool. I mean, that you didn't watch because you were too cool.
Oh. Okay. I'll be Vicky Vale. Does she have good lines?
And she's kind of your typical damsel in distress, but she was played by Kim Basinger.
Ooh.
Back in 1999 or 1989.
I could do that. Like, isn't Kim Basinger the gal who did Mermaid?
I believe so.
Yeah, where she comes out of the ocean.
Yeah, I think so. Fred says somehow that segment made my back go out. Amazing. Great line here from Aaron. That wasn't the 5-heart theater we deserved, but it was the 5-heart theater we need right now. The blonde in the boys. Crap. I'm on it. It's
oh, it was Daryl Hannah. That's who I was thinking of.
Okay. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah.
Starlight. We got there. It took me a minute. So
what about Starlight?
Starlight is the character played by Aaron Moriarty in the Amazon Prime Video show The Boys, which is also based on a comic book.
Oh.
Very graphic in nature. Very graphic.
You sure do know a lot about comics.
I'm a huge nerd. I used to have a comic book podcast.
Oh.
Michael Kempkis says, hey guys, Minnie's outtakes and nuggets are super. Greg is okay too. Drink more Kool-Aid and less juice boxes, American fans. Do you have outtakes?
I apparently do. I don't know. Do I?
I'm just wondering if there's like if there's a blooper reel somewhere that I don't know about. But I like that I'm okay. What I appreciate about that is that it keeps the bar very reasonable for expectations. Like Greg's okay. He'll probably be better if he works on it, but
this is how Greg likes to live his life. Keep that bar low.
Being just okay. Hey, lower expectations means less chance of disappointment. Superman died, but Superman came back. Can't keep Superman down. Pitt, you should know that. Pitt, I deduct you 10 Pitt points. Oh, wait. He says then he came back. Never mind.
Okay. So we got that out of the way. Now are we going to take predictions?
We have a lot of predictions. I'm just double checking. Oh crap! We do need to do the pick'em results.
I forgot to even pick anything.
I reminded you.
No, you didn't send me the link.
I can't be responsible for everything.
Actually, if you don't send me the link, I won't remember.
If it makes you feel any better, there are a lot of people who missed out.
Okay.
So we have 10 people in the pick'em. This is our year. Joel Ristvelt is still in the lead with a 23-7 record. James Boardman's at 18-12. Joe Lalake is 16-14. Vince Watson 13-17. I had a rough go last week. I'm 12-18. I was 10-10, so I went 2-8 last week. Melissa's at 9-11. Minnie, you're at 9-11 because you didn't do your picks. Scott, Blue Chew, Wesson is at 8-12. Peggy Raji 6-4, and Matt Snovak is at 5-5. So those are where we are. I'm actually in there now, so I'll do my picks after the game. So let us. Well, first of all, one of the things I have to do is clear out some of my unnecessary tabs that I have open.
Okay.
Thank you, Melissa, for the reminder of the pick'ems. So Daryl Hanna, his name is Starlight. Craig Beckman in here dropping knowledge. Thank you. Kim Basinger was also in Cool World, if I remember correctly, with Brad Pitt. Somebody fact check me if you want to on that. Now we're just getting like Kim Basinger was in all these things. Yeah, The Natural. By the way, we lost Robert Redford just a day or two.
I know.
So one of the really, Hollywood icons of the last, 50 or so, maybe more years. Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. The Sting. I feel like he was in The Sting with Paul Newman. So The Natural, of course, one of the greats.
Get your predictions in, guys, if you haven't already.
Get your predictions in. Cool World was weird. It was. I think it was after. Fred, correct me if I'm wrong, because you will. It was after Roger Rabbit, but it had that mix of live action and animation.
Greg, this is not a movie podcast.
Spy Game is great, Pitt.
Greg, yes, I'm going to mute you.
I don't think you can.
I can.
Christopher Foote says, my stepmother is an alien. And I don't know if that's a movie or if we should be concerned in calling NORAD. So. Hey,
Christopher Shantz, did you see that you won last week? You and Fred?
Probably not.
Did you get your trophy?
Probably not. He was late to the show.
Yeah.
And in more recent years, of course, Robert Redford was in a couple Marvel movies. He was in Captain America: Winter Soldier. So kind of did all things in cinema.
Okay. I'm ready, Greg, when you are.
Roger Moore said at 9:03, let's move to Minnesota talk. Too early for that.
Roger Moore wants to talk about Minnesota. Minnesota's not doing so hot. That was the extent. I don't want to bring Tony down. Not tonight.
Not tonight. Let's see. Pitt says, go ahead, underestimate us. That's where I like. I like to be the underdog. It's something to prove, a little chip on the shoulder. And again, I think there's a big chip on the shoulder. Drake Westfield said, Nebraska can definitely stop the passing game against Michigan, but will they be able to stop both traditional run and quarterback scrambling, which is a bit concerning against Cincinnati? What do you think? I mean, I think we kind of talked about it. So I don't – it's my biggest thing is, can we stop the legs of Bryce Underwood? I know others have said we just need to stop their running back game. I'm not sure, quote unquote, loading up the box is the solution to that, but I do think that we have enough veteran presence in the linebacking core to be able to be patient and make good angles to tackle in pursuit. So that's my opinion. Minnie?
Yeah, I think that because we have so many guys, we only have like one guy over 300 pounds on our defensive line. I get that. But there's a big difference between being 300 pounds and all muscle and 320 pounds and fat. Just saying. Okay.
Yeah, when you're 320 pounds fat, you do lunges on fucking 5 Heart Podcast.
As well as, we alternate a lot of our guys to keep their legs fresh, keep them fresh throughout the entire game. I think that's key on our defense. So I think we can stop the run.
Yeah, I do like the fact that we've got a lot of guys who have had meaningful minutes, meaningful snaps, so far that, like I said, 10 guys on the defensive line have played last week. Rotate them in and out. Keep the guys' legs fresh, and let Michigan wear themselves down. So, all right, BFOTS Josh Hansen says, I wish this was a night game.
Me too.
Yeah, sorry, can't do anything about that. Husker Chuck with a very good point says, this game is an inflection point in the season because of who we are playing. If Nebraska loses, we can overcome. We have the bye week. We can reset and go against Michigan State, in 2 weeks.
How dare you utter those words?
I just said if. I didn't say when.
No, don't say Nebraska and the L word in the same sentence.
Well, what if I say when Nebraska causes Michigan to lose, that's Nebraska and the L word in the same sentence? Like I can be
reword it
as I want to be.
Reword it a different way.
So anyway, I think this is an important, a pivotal game in the season, but I do think that Nebraska has all the tools, both on the field and on the sidelines, to have a go in our favor. Kaylee said earlier, it matters who they play, but I think he means the guys are expected to play to a certain level regardless of the opponent. I think we kind of touched on that earlier.
Did.
Never Mind Me says a 21-point victory would make me streak down the street, which happens to be the longest street in Omaha. Y'all got my bail money.
Yes.
If we went
I'll take care of you.
21, never mind me.
Hell yeah. Greg,
all I'm going to say is when you film it from the back. That's all I got to say.
How do you film from the back?
You get somebody, you get an accomplice. How do they film it in old school? Like Will Ferrell streaking to the quad. Like they didn't film the front angle. They had cameras behind them. So we've already said this is kind of not really a family show. So if you streak down your street after Nebraska's 21-point victory, film it from the back, send it to Minnie so that we can put it on the show next week.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
If you do any streaking at all, you can send it to me.
I think you might have just opened a particular can of worms you wish you hadn't. Caleb Moore says, we need to respect Michigan but not build them up too much. If you treat them like they are unbeatable, they will be. If you think you can, you can. If you think you dare not, don't. If you think you'd like to win but think you can, it's almost a cinch you won't.
Stop.
What?
That makes my brain hurt.
I'm sorry. That's just something that I heard 25 years ago and it stuck with me.
Okay, slow it down. If you think you can, you can't.
If you think you can, you can. If you think you dare not, don't. If you think you like to win but think you can't, it's almost a cinch you won't.
If you think you would like to win
but think you can't.
But think you can't.
It's almost a cinch you won't. For all throughout this world, you'll find success. I'm used to saying it in a particular street.
Dr. Seuss.
No. Success is left to a person's will. It's all in the state of mind. If you think you're outclassed, you are. You've got to think. You got to be sure of yourself. You got to think otherwise. If you were to win the prize. Anyway.
Are you ad-libbing?
I'm filling in the blanks now. Michigan is very beatable. Pitt says redemption for the Pitt man. They could be a real force by the end of November. Pitt, I award you 7 points for your optimism. Roger Moore says, yes, the Bussin also has a trophy, and that'll be, I'm sure, on display this weekend and hopefully in Nebraska's hands at the end of the game. Never Mind Me says, Minnie is a traitor. She likes all Big Ten teams, and her cousin is a cheerleader for our all-time rival. You know why she likes all Big Ten teams, right, Minnie? Do you want to tell people why?
Why?
Because you went to Big Ten Media Days.
That's right.
I did not highlight this comment. I just want everybody to know that. Somebody else with control, our producer or whatever, highlighted this comment, says all of Greg's directional schools point north because of Blue Chew.
I thought that was funny.
Oh, shameful. Drake says this is getting hostile. Oh, wait, that's a prediction. Never mind. We'll save that. Prediction. We read that one. That's a prediction, though. We'll put it up there again. Prediction. Housekeeping. Roger Moore is emphatic that we do housekeeping. So it is a great time for us, Minnie.
Fluff your pillows.
Housekeeping. Mint on pillow. It's a great time for us to remind all the viewers, especially those on YouTube, to like this video, like this live stream if you haven't already. Make sure that you subscribe to the Corn Nation YouTube channel, just like Defund the Navy did. Subscribed automatically. Become a member if you want stuff. Make sure that you ring that bell, and Minnie's going to point to that bell. Ring that bell for notifications. That one. Yep. Ring that bell for notifications so you never miss when we drop a new 5-Heart or Monday Night Therapy or Huskers Happy Hour on Tuesday or Corn Nation Overreaction on Sunday, or just any new John's Instant Reactions that have not been from the bathroom so far this season. So knock on wood that continues. And everything else that we drop here on Corn Nation. But you're not going to be notified unless you ring that bell for the notification. So we ask that you do that. And also, it's important to remember, speaking of our founder, our fearless leader, John Dam Johnston has written not one, not two, but 3 books about his death scare, like Been Dead, Never Been to Europe, my recovery from the Widowmaker heart attack, and the brain injury that came with it, plus Manage Your Damage and the mystery of the hole in my head. So check all those out on Amazon. Just search for John Johnston. And those are the housekeeping tools that we have for you tonight, because we don't have a shop anymore, and that's something we got to work on. All right. Highlander Gun says, I know it's off topic, guys, but I'm so proud of, oh wait, we already talked about this. We're proud of you too, buddy. And again, if you want to ever help our show and our 5-Heart Theaters, let us know, because
we can definitely use the help.
Well, I mean, I had a lot of fun with tonight's show, but I've also been drinking a lot. So
usually he doesn't like to read my scripts.
Let me say this. If you want to enjoy the 5-Heart Theater more, do what I do. Drink more. The more you drink, the better it is. Green eggs and ham. Correction, the dent in my head, not the hole. Thank you very much. Wade wants to know, does it work when Minnie is on other podcasts? I don't know what it is.
Membership? Maybe? I don't know.
No, that's sort of a 5-Heart thing. Like, if you save your 5-Heart membership for Thursdays, we will reward you. And Christopher wants to know if it's magnetic north or true north. True north. North Pole.
Okay, Greg. You're enjoying this a little too much. Let's go with predictions. Come on.
Hold on. I'm making sure. While I was getting caught up on all the starred comments, there were 48 other comments. So we have to make sure none of them are worthwhile. All right. The greatest collection of recruits anywhere in America on Saturday.
Yes.
Aaron Rostovsky says, next week you're going to tell us all about the recruits, right?
Okay. I'll put that down. Or Aaron. Are you talking about Aaron?
No, I was telling you. Next week, you'll tell us all about the recruits who were in town.
Okay. I can have Aaron do it.
Fred says, Wade, if you get Minnie to say her name backwards, she'll disappear. She's not Mr. Michelplix. That's not how that works.
Can we get to predictions?
We could, but I'm having too much fun.
I got to pack still.
Oh, that's right, because you have to travel tomorrow. All right. Predictions for Nebraska and the number 21 Michigan Wolverines. Melissa said early and I think often, 31-20 Huskers.
Okay.
Drake says this is getting hostile quickly. That was an hour ago, almost an hour and a half. Michigan 17, Nebraska 20 from Drake.
Okay.
Craig says Huskers win 31-21. Craig on X. On X.
Okay.
Wade Farr says Nebraska 23, Michicheaters 20. I like that, Wade. The Michicheaters.
Okay.
The other Dave said via Super Chat a little while ago, have fun in Lincoln Minnie and GBR 24-21.
Got it.
Save that for our predictions. You got that one?
Yes.
Husker Chuck. Ooh, the edge of the razor blade, 24-23 Nebraska.
Ooh. Okay.
Asawar Sajid says, I've got Nebraska 35, Michigan 28.
Okay.
The Michigan fan, Kurt, not cool enough to be Warren, says 37-17 Michigan. We hope he's wrong, right, Minnie?
It's going to be the opposite. Yes.
Okay. Highlander Gunn, our resident playwright from Alabama, says Nebraska 28, Michigan 17.
Okay.
Never Mind Me, which, by the way, is I think, underrated Big and Rich song, says 27-24 Huskers.
Okay.
Husker Bob says 24-17 Reds, but I didn't know Cincinnati baseball team played football, so I'm guessing he means Nebraska.
Okay.
You got that one?
Yep.
This one will piss you off, Minnie. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Tony in Minnesota says 24-14 Michigan.
I've been nice.
All the times we don't call him Tony from Wisconsin, even though his last name begins with a W and ends with IN, and we don't make fun of him anymore for that, and we're tolerable to him, and he says Michigan. You know what, Tony? You can come back next week. You're all right. You ready?
Yes.
Nebraska T-Bones says Nebraska 23, Michigan 21.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be all right if Christopher Shantz wins 2 weeks in a row. He says 33-24 Huskers.
Okay.
Wade Farr says 23-20 Nebraska. I thought maybe we got that one already, but I'm not sure.
We did get him, yes.
Fred says, I think I had us winning 24-21. I'll stick with that.
Okay.
And if Tony didn't make you mad, I know work harder with 51-17 Wolverines.
That's a joke, right?
I mean, that's what work harder said. I guess they're not from around here.
Well, I did say we welcome everybody.
You said that.
Mm-hmm.
I like this one better. Stephen V. Viennis says 49-17 Nebraska. That would be quite the day.
Okay.
Defund the Navy says 21-20. Someone misses a kick, but he doesn't say who. So obviously Nebraska wins. Because we all know Kyle Cunanan is what, Minnie? Money.
He's amazing because he's from Arizona.
Okay. Vaguely pointing says 29-12 Nebraska.
Okay. I like that.
And Christopher Foote says Nebraska 23-10.
Gosh, my hand is getting sore.
That's good. We got a lot of folks commenting.
Okay.
Too many comments about your name backwards.
What? My name backwards?
Yeah. Tony, unrelated to that, Tony says, I'll write a script for you. Scene 1. Actor says, Wisconsin blows. End of script. Save that for Tony. Tony, we would love for you to submit our 5-Heart Theater for Wisconsin week. So send all submissions to hooch3600@gmail.com. Let's see. I'll help Tony edit. Pitt says Wisconsin blows cheese curds. The end. Aaron Rostovsky's not going to be here next week. He'll be at Walgreens working next week.
Oh, I thought he was going to say getting
if you want a good price on prescription medication or
wine
or clearance wine or bedroom lubricants, go see Aaron at Walgreens. Honestly, I like what this program is building. Agreed.
This program, as in 5-Heart Theater.
No, I think
5-Heart Podcast.
I think it's more what's happening in Lincoln and less about what we're doing. Work Harder, sponsored by Blue Chew, because somebody's going to get it. Kaylee says 27-20 Huskers. A late one. I think she just hung around. Just wait.
Wait. I got to highlight one comment real quick. My buddy's here. Okay. 27-20 Kaylee.
I got it. I know exactly which comment you're talking about. Jackson Johnson in the house. What's up, Cornhusker Nation? What is up, our friend from down in Dixie, the Alabama Crimson Tide podcaster and fan?
Roll Tide.
Football, right?
Yep.
You know, those are two words that I can never seem to just get together to.
You can say it as one word.
I can't.
Roll Tide.
I couldn't. I can't even say, did you see that tire roll? Water's coming in from the tides. I can't do them jointly. So, but it's good to see you, Jackson. We appreciate you. You always coming out supporting us. Make sure that, if you want more college football with an Alabama slant, you go check out what Jackson's doing over at West College Football. Wade says, thanks for your hard work, Minnie.
Oh, you're so welcome, Wade.
What am I? Just sitting here, eye candy? Come on! I show up 3 minutes before the show starts. I drink and become obnoxious. Where's my credit, damn it?
Yeah.
All right, Minnie, it's time for your prediction.
I gave it already. 31-27.
I'm going to write that in here. 31-27. Who do you have winning that game?
Are you kidding me right now?
What was Fred's score again? I want to put it in the master list.
Fred's is 24-21.
And, of course, Nebraska there.
There's only 2 people who dare not say Nebraska here. 3 people. They better sleep with one eye open.
So,
oh no, Pitts. I didn't get Pitt.
By the way, on Sunday night, Nate said Nebraska, but he did not give a score. Haas says Nebraska 30-20, and Jake did not update his original prediction, which was 28-21.
You know,
Nebraska.
you just went too fast. Hold on. Jake said what? Jake said.
Did you get Pitts? I mean, I got Pitts 41-24. Okay, we can close that one down. That's an important question, Kaylee. Jake's 28-21.
Okay.
Haas is 30-20.
Okay.
And the innovator, the originator, the creator, me. I got us winning 38-24.
The Greg.
Kaylee says, if we were in the SEC, why do I feel like Minnie would be a Bama fan instead of Minnie Soda?
I don't know why you feel that way. I can't help you with your feelings.
Ooh, Kaylee, you can't help Kaylee with her feelings. I do feel like if
do we get Kurtz?
I thought we got that one.
Oh yes. He says we're gonna lose.
Well,
let's see here. Yeah, I already got yours, Kurt.
I think here's what I think. Because it's been established that Minnie stumbled Minnie, I'm not trying to talk to you like you're not in the room, that you stumbled across college football via the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Like they were the entry. But it could have been
yeah, it could have been
10-ish years ago.
Yeah.
So
we sucked.
There's an alternate reality where we're not having this conversation because you are somewhere, somehow, like an LSU fan, Alabama fan, a God forbid Texas fan.
Craig. Actually, there is not. Because the only reason why I said, oh, I would like to help is because I saw you on a Thursday night sitting here all by yourself. And I was like, I think you need somebody to talk to.
But I mean, I'm not talking about 2 years ago. I'm talking about 10 years ago.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. No, I mean, I'm talking about your fandom, not your involvement in what has become like your mini YouTube empire, and that's MINNIE and MINI. That's not true at all, Fred. Stop that. Kaylee, careful. But it was by happenstance that you became a Husker fan, right?
Yes.
So, but it could have been any team.
I hate to think of that, Greg. It reminds me of this thing that I saw yesterday on Instagram. You know how you see these like inspirational reels?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like
I don't look at Instagram.
Everybody in the whole wide world. And it's like these two people walking together on a sidewalk, like holding hands. Somehow we met each other, and then it, expands out to like their city, then their state, then their continent, the world, then it keeps going. That's what that reminds me of.
I don't know what else to say. I think Fred sums it up best. God, here we go. It was kismet that you became a Husker fan and that you joined us here on Thursday nights. I know I'm grateful, and I appreciate you and all that you do for the show, the Five Heart Theaters. We spoke just a little bit and like not even built a framework, but like here's the concept, and there you go. We had a Five Heart Theater script. So thank you, Minnie, for all that you do. Everybody who doesn't know the inner workings of the show, just know that like 95% of everything that you see here on Five Heart Theater is because of Minnie. And like I said, I show up 3 minutes before, start drinking, get a little belligerent, and hopefully make you all laugh. But all of the work and effort is put in by that one over here. So, Minnie, I thank you for all that you do for the show and for the betterment of the show, and how what you do enriches this show and makes it more enjoyable for everybody in the chat.
You're welcome, Greg.
Great answer great question rather by Aaron. Did you pick Nebraska, or did Nebraska pick you?
Yes. Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
I think the chicken came first.
Okay.
Egg. Sorry.
Okay.
A lot of shade being thrown your way for your geographic location because you are.
I know. There's a lot of Nebraskans here, guys. It works.
Well, that I think will do it for this episode, right, Minnie? Yeah. Unless you have anything else.
Greg, you went a little more than 2 hours.
That's fine. I've seen some of the shows that you were on this week. Like, well, we've crossed the hour. I guess we better call it a show. Amateurs. Amateurs. They don't know how to dedicate themselves to the cause. The cause is being here with all these good people. They don't have a community. They talk to people. They don't invite people to the conversation. That's what stands.
That's true.
Part of our podcast stand out. It is not a 2-person show. It is the two of us and everybody in the chat. So, thank you to all of you for spending your evening with us. Thank you, Minnie, for all that you do. That is this episode of the Five Heart Podcast. Everybody who's traveling to Lincoln tomorrow, Minnie especially, safe travels and go Big Red. And for my wonderful co-host and friend, Minnie Hunt, I'm Greg Mahachko. This is the Five Heart Podcast. We remind you each and every week that Five Heart is all the heart you need. Minnie?
Yeah. And go Big Red and beat Michigan and go blue.
Those will not be the last damn words on this show.
Okay.
Win the damn game.
Okay.
Not go blue. That's horrible. Why would you say that?
Well,